There actually really are resources once you've been wrongly convicted. It's a bit of a shame as part of our system is that we say like, oops, good luck, and sort of you're off on your own. So it's not going to be an easy road to him. As you can imagine, he went in, he was 26 years old, he's 62 now. That's your whole life. Just think about everything that happened that you missed out on in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. Not having those kinds of resources is hugely impactful. And I really think like looking at technology is one way that we can really zero in on what that means for somebody. So, when Mr. Sobotiak went in, I remember this time in 1991, we still had rotary phones. Now you pick up, this device in your pocket and the whole world is there for you. And that's just one thing. But at Innocence Canada, what we really pride ourselves on, post exoneration, is that these people become the wrongly convicted. They are part of our family. And so while they may not have resources, sort of dedicated to them, we continue to support them as best as that we can. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue to support Mr. Sobotiak and all the wrongly convicted to help them get back on their feet, and to help them live as peaceful and joyful a life as they can.
I also think of the family of Susan Kaminsky in all of this. For 35 years, they've believed and maybe had some peace around the idea that the person responsible, for her two children, for their mother's death, has been behind bars. This now creates a whole new scenario for them, and even for members of the general public. The implication is that somebody either got away with murder and is no longer alive, or that somebody walks among us, a killer walks among us. Pamela, how do you suggest the average person wrap their mind around that?
I mean, it's very difficult when we talk about wrongful convictions. That's a piece that we also acknowledge as well, is that while the applicant that we're representing was wrongly convicted, of course the victims themselves and their families, not getting the closure that they need, or thinking they have closure, that sort of then becomes unearthed with wrongful convictions. And we have a lot of empathy for that, of course. And I think that is a very difficult thing to wrap your mind around, because you rely on the system to be as perfect as it can be, and you think that you've gotten closure, only to find out years later that that wasn't actually the case. And I have the utmost empathy for them and their family, as I do in all cases of wrongful conviction.